Hey, welcome to the show. Blow the whistle. Hey, I saw this last week, but the guy who broke the world record for running a mile, so his name is Josh Kerr. I think he's Australian. He ran a mile in 3 minutes and 42 seconds.
What?
And that's the world record now.
Dang.
Mike, when you hear that as a runner, it's from Great Britain.
That's insane. Like, I could do double that, and that would be fast for me.
What I heard somebody comparing it to is if you take the treadmill at the gym and you go all the way up as fast as it could possibly go, and you just that's even faster than that for a mile.
Oof.
That's crazy.
How do people get that much better at things? Like, and I'm talking about humans, right? Like, this is a record because in all these years, humans have not been able to do this. But now all of a sudden, this guy named Josh Kerr can be way faster than everyone?
But he only beat the other record by like a second or something.
Oh, okay. So it's a slowly.
Yeah, and forever, they couldn't break a 4-minute mile. And I think I've told this story before, but it was kind of the fairy tale that one day a human's going to break a 4-minute mile. And then when someone finally did break it, it showed it was possible. And then people started beating a 4-minute mile all the time.
Got it.
The story is the 4-minute mile was once considered humanly impossible. A physiological barrier doctors believed would literally burst a man's heart if he ran a mile in less than 4 minutes. May 6th, 1954, a 25-year-old British medical student named Roger Bannister proved the world wrong. It was cold. It was raw. There were cross winds, so not winds behind him. He almost called the attempt off due to weather. Just before the race, the wind dropped, and so he ran. He was paced by a teammate at first and then different teammates because they can't run it that fast.
Right, they couldn't keep up.
And so he was paced by different teammates at a minute a lap, right? So,
Yeah.
So if he can do a minute a lap. And so he then took over and got ahead at a minute 58 seconds. And he finished in... He surged ahead on the final backstretch, sprinting the last 300 yards. He crossed the tape and collapsed into the arms of the crowd. 3 minutes, 59 seconds, and 0.4 of a second.
Wow, right
Jeez.
there.
Now,
Barely.
this had been forever, like decades, that they said, you can't do this. Here's medically why. One of the reasons your heart would burst. Now, think about that. For decades, no one had done it. He did it. Big deal. 46 days later, somebody else did it.
Oh.
Yeah, I guess because like if
It
that's
shows it can be done.
and if that's what the doctors are saying, like, hey, your heart will blow up if you try this. Who's gonna try it? I'm not trying it.
People tried it, though. They just couldn't beat 4 minutes.
So it's so mental, is what you're saying?
It's exactly what it was. And then after that happened, people started to do it. Now, obviously, not everybody. It's still very hard.
Yeah, like not
we
us.
can't do it. And the guy that just set the world record, he ran it at 3 minutes, 42 seconds. So you're talking about all those years, you've only got a 17 and some change second difference. But pretty wild.
Does he say what he ran it on the guy? Well, either one. Like, is it a track? It can't be like the street.
It can't
It's
be.
a track.
It's got to be a track,
Yeah,
right?
it's a track.
And it's got to be outdoors, right? Like you can't have an indoor no element track because this guy wrote like all the wind and everything. And I feel like if you're going to beat a record, it's got to be in the elements.
I think it could be indoors.
Yeah.
Because
Really?
with the elements, too, they won't even count it, especially in sprinting, if you have any sort of backwind. It doesn't count. You can have the world record, but it'll say wind aided, and it does not count as the record.
That's like long drives in golf.
Really?
Yeah, backwind.
Like long drive contests, they don't allow wind?
Oh, no, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that like the people that have like 420-yard drives, that's because they hit the cart path a few times.
Oh, yeah, no. I was playing with Matt Castle, and we were playing at his club, and I have that driver that's like a mini driver. And so I was not confident in my driving because I haven't played in forever. And so I got the mini driver out, and I was hitting it pretty good. And I was probably hitting it 230 with the mini driver when I would hit it good. It probably sucks off 20 yards. But I hit it, and it's gone. But it in the middle, we couldn't find it. And it's one of those frustrating times where you're like, I know I hit it in the middle, and you can't.
Yes.
And then you go, are we going to play gallery rules? Somebody's got to ask that at first. And the gallery rule is if there was a gallery, they'd find your ball. Not you might have hit it in the woods or not. Because if you hit it, maybe you hit it in the woods, it's in the woods, the ball's lost. But if you hit it in the middle and you can't find it, there's just something weird happening. It's somewhere. So he's like, dude, we saw you hit it in the middle. Just put it down somewhere. And so I was like, okay, so I put it down, and he went up because he hits it a mile.
Oh, I'm sure he does.
Does he have a nice swing? We talked about it a little bit. I can't remember.
He's fluid,
Yeah.
and he hadn't played much. 5 kids.
He's tall.
Everything about him
Big.
is athletic.
Good looking.
Yeah.
Kevin,
What?
you okay?
Sorry.
And he's at his ball, and he goes, hey, there's a ball right in front of the green, and the green was like a 370-yard hole. And I said, that's probably a range ball or something. He goes, I was playing one of those little soccer ball type things.
Uh-huh.
Those little balls.
Uh-huh.
He goes, it looks like a soccer ball. No way. So I hit my ball, and wasn't a great shot. It was like fringe, right, from where I was. It was like 130 out or
It
something.
was your provisional because you thought, no way that was yours?
Not a provisional, the one I dropped, but didn't count as a drop
Right.
because the gallery rules.
Yeah.
And so then I was walking up to it, and it was my soccer ball right by the green.
No way.
Which meant my drive would have to be like 375 yards. Except it hit the cart path.
For sure.
Because the cart path then cuts in the middle of the fairway, and hit the cart path, rolled all the way down and rolled off.
Yeah.
So that drive, was really 370 yards.
But they count it too. Like if you Google like what's the longest drive in a PGA Tour event, and it'll tell you, and it's of course they hit the cart path like 20 times.
That counts.
Yeah, I mean wherever it lies, and then that's how long the drive is.
Huh. You'd think there'd be a rule where it wouldn't
Yeah.
count for like the records.
Do you know that there's only been one? I want to mess this up. One hole in one on a par 4. Only one in tour history.
I don't know how I feel about that because at first I would go, yeah, well, of course, because par 4s, but then there are some really short par 4s
Yeah,
that the guys do drive.
yeah, they can do that.
So I guess I'm just, that's interesting. I guess I don't feel any way about it.
Yeah. When I searched it, 2001 Phoenix
Is it
Open.
One? Yeah.
Andrew McGee.
My kids make me Google the dumbest things ever.
You go -3 on one hole. How about that?
Yeah, let's get.
I'd
and
retire.
I bet he didn't even win the tournament.
I mean, you ever heard of Andrew McGee?
Never.
Yeah. Let's see.
I looked up the Ryan Fox thing because I said what I saw about him is either he played slow or fast. I didn't know. I just knew his pace was. Apparently, he's a really, really fast player. He just gets up to the ball and hits it.
And just hits it. No
Yeah,
practice.
he plays like I play.
Yeah.
Just get up, hit it, and move on.
That's funny. I have one kid that takes 10 practice swings, and the other one, no practice swings.
Your kids still playing a lot of golf?
Yeah, they love it.
Do you ever ship them out with just those two, just your kids?
So yeah. So the other day, my 12-year-old was like, "Hey, a couple of my friends are gonna go play. They have a tee time at like 2:00. Can you just drop me off and I can play with him?" Like, yeah, no problem. So I took him. I dropped him off, and it was a threesome. And then about like 50 minutes later, I called to check in. Like, "Hey, did you guys tee off? Like, what hole are you guys on?" He's like, "Oh yeah, we're on hole 3. Everything's good." They teamed us up with some man, so he's playing with us. I'm like, "What? That's weird." And I had him on speaker, and my wife's like, "They teed him up with a man? Like, who is this man?" So she starts freaking out, but I'm like, "It's okay. Like, it's golf. Like, that happens. You know, if there's a threesome going out, they'll throw a random in there." With 12-year-olds, though, I thought it was kind of weird.
Yeah, kind of weird. And I bet you they only did that if it was packed that day, huh?
Yeah.
Like,
but
was it a packed day? Because
It was-
otherwise, don't you just let the one go after the 3?
this course is like known to just like you can show up, and if there's room, they'll throw you in. So like, because I do that sometimes. I'm usually the
play
fourth.
with 3 kids.
No, they've never put me with kids. I've played with college students before.
That's fine.
Which is totally different.
It's weird. It is kind of weird with 12-year-olds. You're right.
Yeah, that is weird.
It's not pedo weird.
Well, my wife was like, "Pedo, like, do we need to pick him up?"
Even if you're that guy, though, you're like, go ahead, guys.
I wouldn't want to play. Yeah.
Like, I'll wait. You guys go ahead. I'll be behind or whatever. Let me go first. One of the two.
So I had all these questions when I picked him up. Like, well, so who was this guy? He's like, I don't know, probably like.
Epstein.
Bill Cosby.
He goes, they're like probably old. He was older than you, like older than you.
I think it's okay if he's like 60 or plus, though, too.
Fair.
So, and I said, was he good? He's like, he was okay. But here's the thing. He made us all tee off from the blues. And I'm like, you guys are 12. He said, yeah. He's like, are you guys girls or men? So he made them play from the blue tees.
That's awesome.
That's funny. I wouldn't have if I were them, but that's funny.
Yeah.
That they did play from the Blues.
He's like, Dad, I played so bad because I couldn't get to the green in like 4 shots.
Yeah,
they didn't have like a leader amongst the 3 to be like, "Oh, dude, shut up. We're playing our thing."
No,
They're like one.
That's what I told my wife too. I'm like, they're fine. They're all together. Like nothing bad's gonna happen. They're all together. Like I'm sure they're good.
You see Pat McAfee's putting out a country music album?
I did.
Stop.
Yes,
Stop.
I did. I thought it was a joke at first, and then I kept seeing it. I'm like, this is not a joke.
And then I saw pictures of him riding with Ernest.
I saw that picture. Yep.
So then the songs are going to be pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, Ernest is a great writer. I don't know who else he wrote with, or if it was all with Ernest. Or,
Yeah.
But he's going to put out a record.
Well, it's like John Daly. You know, he's put out a couple country records. I wrote one song on one of his albums.
Yeah, I mean, you have money. You just write and record. I mean, Pat McAfee, though, is like the dude right now. And it's kind of weird. I mean, I feel like people are unfairly going at Pat McAfee right now.
Because of the layoffs?
Mhm.
Yeah.
And you saw the Ryan Clark.
Oh, yeah. Now, that was a layoff, right? That wasn't a firing.
That was a layoff. Now, he got laid off a day before pretty much everybody else did because he got cut during that show.
That's what he said. Like mid-show, he got cut.
Weird situation. Somebody leaked it to Outkick. Outkick called ESPN and said, hey, we just heard Ryan Clark is being fired. We're going to give you an hour to respond to us, or we're going with it. ESPN goes, well, we don't want him to hear about it in an article. We have to tell him. He just happened to be doing that show. They go tell him. They let him go. It wasn't in the middle of the show. It wasn't on camera. Someone walks up and whispers while he's talking. That is
His producer?
Yeah. So he got let go. ESPN gave it to The Athletic real quick so they could break it instead of Outkick. So Ryan Clark got let go. Carl Ravitch got let go.
I know.
A lot of people got let go, and ESPN does layoffs every year. This was a big one. Now, where I think Pat McAfee is unfairly taking the brunt of this is, I don't know if it's rumored or if that's what it is. He's making $60 million a year for his show, but his show is not owned by ESPN. First of all, it doesn't matter how much somebody makes. It doesn't affect to him anybody else. Like, it's two different things.
Yeah.
He should get everything he can get because that's what we do.
Yep.
These other guys aren't negotiating their deals worried about other producers making their money. Like, it's just not how this business works. You get what you can get, and that's what you got. Because let's not a true scenario, but Carl Ravitch, when he did his last deal, I don't know, he's making a couple $1 million a year. Well, if they're like going to fire 2 production guys, and Carl Ravitch is making $2 million a year, but if they didn't pay him as much, they could have kept the 2 production guys on.
Yeah.
Carl Ravitch doesn't go, no. Take my money and pay the production guys. That doesn't happen.
So does McAfee own his own show?
Yes, and ESPN basically leases it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, but when they pay him that money, that $60 million, it's for the show. It's for him to pay his co-hosts. It's for the It's
All of it.
It's for the entity. Now, some of that also could be part of the money he's getting for doing game day because he does work for them when he does that.
Yeah.
So that's different. But for his show, and they're going $60 million, they're paying that for the full polished up product.
So is that, let me see if this is a fair comparison. So is that like Friends, the TV show, or The Office? A company owns The Office, right? Like a production company owns The Office. Then they lease it, or NBC pays for it to air it. Is that kind of the same scenario?
NBC can pay for like the rights to it, but then those deals can be different too, where the network is then in charge of paying the actors, but it can be paid through the production company. You can pay to the actor specifically.
That's more complicated.
Or like a script, like a movie script. Like, is he selling his show to ESPN? Am I way off there?
I guess I just don't know what you're saying.
Like when you have a script that you wrote and you want to sell it to a Warner Brothers or something like that, and you sell them that script for them to make, but you also own the rights to that movie.
So they're going to buy the script, the movie company is. They're going to pay for the rights to the script.
Yeah.
And then they're going to have to pay the actors, the movie company is, themselves. The production company is different.
Okay.
But for the sake of this story, he's still making a crap load of money. Tens and tens and tens of millions of dollars. But that's not his job to worry about what that network is doing business-wise. And so people, if Pat McAfee wasn't making all the money, everybody else would keep their job. You don't know that. You literally don't know if that would be the case.
Right.
Because one doesn't mean the other one has to happen.
And what's going on with the NFL network?
That's interesting too. Well, another story is like Tebow got a new contract, right? But
yes.
It's not as big as McAfee. So, well, if Tebow would have taken less money, it could have saved. So those things don't work together hand in hand like that. Now, it can affect overall spreadsheets and differences, but it's not tit for tat one for the other.
No.
And it's a business. It's not people have to run businesses.
Yeah.
And they're doing what it's not personal.
It's the greater good.
Well, they're doing what they think is best for the business so they can keep their job and continue making their money.
Yeah.
Yeah, they think it's like the players that take pay cuts, like a Jalen Brunson. They're like, oh, he's taking a pay cut so his teammates can stay. Like, they think it works like that in the industry.
There's no salary cap in media.
Right, exactly.
And they take pay cuts not because the team can only afford so much. It's because there's a literal salary cap.
Yes.
They're not allowed to spend more than that. So ESPN owns NFL Network. They bought NFL Network. Now what NFL owns is 10% of ESPN. Yeah, so that's that. So all the people that work for NFL Network then became ESPN employees. So now ESPN's got all these employees, and they're going, we have too many employees, so we've got to make cuts. And what I had heard is what they were going to let contracts run out and then just not renew them. But like Tom Pelissero is awesome, and he had 1 year left on his deal, and so he got cut because he was an NFL Network guy that ended up being ESPN. But media,
sense.
everything's consolidating because it has to. There's layoffs in our industry all the time. And we work for the biggest company, so that one's louder than others because it's more. But it happens with every company. It's very difficult. But what people are trying to do now is do their own thing and own as much as they can. So if it does happen, they have a thing already built. What Pat McAfee did is he started his own thing first.
Yeah.
Like Stephen A. Smith makes a ton of money at ESPN, $30, $40 million a year, whatever he makes. But he's also now building his own thing as he's doing that. So that works. But McAfee did that before.
Yes, before he got to ESPN.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he already had the foundation.
But Pat McAfee did not get Ryan Clark fired.
No. Did you see that clip going around where he's like calling Clark out? But it's from 6 years ago.
If Ryan Clark, so why that clip is so viral is because, again, I'm just reading stories and I'm just talking to people. I do have pretty significant connections inside the sports media world. Really good ones that I get to know a lot of stuff. And so the thing that Ryan Clark really was putting a negative light on was he was talking to Peter Schrager during one of those shows. I don't think it was Good Morning Football. It was Get Up, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, we didn't play.
Yeah. And then Schrager got offended by that.
Yeah.
It looked like they were fighting, but I feel like that's an everyday thing on that show.
Yeah, but that one was a very unprofessional, immature way to have that argument.
Mm-hmm.
But man, every athlete wants to say that
but
to these non-athlete commentators.
But it's really dumb because the best athletes are terrible at knowing about the game because they were able to just be athletic and dominate.
Yeah.
That's why Michael Jordan wasn't a good owner.
Yeah.
It's why all the great coaches that were athletes were scrubs or Division II players because they had to learn how to play at a higher level with limited physical tools and their minds because they weren't A-plus players. So when you get these guys that are good, they're going, well, you didn't play. Well, honestly, if you're real good, it means you didn't have – anyway, that being said, he said you didn't play. Peter Schrager's really great at what he does.
Yeah, he's good.
Mm-hmm.
But you tell me, okay, you can say it to me, right? I get on one of these shows.
You didn't play, man.
I have a big opinion. I'm like, you know what? I might not be a chef or a kill the cow, but I can tell you a good freaking hamburger.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't take
Right.
that. There's an advantage to playing. You know a different part of it. But that happened. Real bad look on him. It seemed like it made him look like a dick. But there's an older clip that Kevin's talking about where he was kind of doing that about saying punters and kickers weren't players. And Pat McAfee had him on. This is when McAfee was doing his podcast from the black room, the dark room.
Yeah.
And McAfee's like, okay, so if you're saying players, like, you ever thrown a touchdown pass? And he's like, no. He's like, okay. You ever run one in? He's like, no. You ever, whatever. And he goes, no. He goes, I have. I've thrown a touchdown. I've run one in. So by your logic, I'm more a football player than you are. And they were having a good time with it.
Yeah.
But that's what's up.
That's just the internet, like just bringing something back, something old back that like people will think was relevant now, and like it just happened when it just didn't.
It's like the Taylor Swift clips that get brought up on me from whenever she was in 15 years ago.
Yes.
And
with no context whatsoever.
None whatsoever. And I'm like, did you poison them cookies? or whatever it was. And people have no idea.
Have you seen these, Kevin?
No, what are you talking about?
I get them sent to me all the time. People are like, you treated Taylor like crap. But there's no context about it, and she's just funny and fun. Her and I had a good relationship. But if you just see the clip, Well, you know how I interview people anyway. Like if I know them,
Yeah.
we pick at each other, but you didn't know that. And so people are always, look at how he treated her. And so I don't mind it because I like the engagement. And I don't look like a huge dick, just a kind of a dick.
Yeah, you don't look like a huge. And it's hard for me because I was there. I
Yeah.
saw the whole conversation, and there was nothing
No,
crazy
nothing.
about it.
And there were I mean, and I knew her when she was here. I knew her a little more than just coming in on the show.
Yeah, you saw her and had a little bit of a relationship as far as like a friendship outside of the show.
Yeah, so I felt like I could kid around with her.
And that's what it was.
Yes.
Right.
But it's that, and the internet keeps bringing that up. It gets people all the time.
With that Ryan Clark clip, though, I mean, it's like, this is the clip that got him fired. And I'm like, okay, guys.
So that was almost a year ago.
It is the clip, though, that probably put some negative
For sure.
taste in people's mouth because I don't mind that debating, even if because that's what those shows are, yell at each other.
Yeah.
Skip yelling at freaking Stephen A's yelling at Shannon is yelling at whoever's on that show in the morning now. But that was like low blow.
Yeah,
I
that was about
swear I've seen like one of the NBA, Kenny or Chuck or one of those guys telling Ernie like, no offense, but you didn't play, or like somebody like that. I've heard that so many times, and I get it. Like there are some things I'm sure players are like, you don't understand because you've never been in a locker room during a championship game.
And I would think like a locker room dynamic thing would be fair, but you still don't say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you're like breaking down tape and you're comparing I think there are nerds, and I'm a nerd in a lot of ways on a lot of things that actually know more than people who used to play.
Yeah. It just, it's like an insecure thing. To me, that's how I look at it. Like, I don't know what else to say, so I'm going to say, you didn't play. You have no idea.
Like you don't have an argument.
Or
so
like,
that's
you don't
what
know
you're
anything about
saying.
music because you don't even know how to play the guitar or whatever.
And you call it acoustic, so
Yeah.
you don't know what you're
acoustic
talking
You're
about.
playing acoustic guitar. Idiot.
Dude, I brought that up to my wife. I was like, how do you say this kind of guitar? I showed her a picture, and she's like, acoustic? I'm like, dang it.
One of my favorite coaches in college football, Eli Drinkwitz, University of Missouri. We're going to talk to him coming up in just a second. All right, let's take a break. I did my power ranking of favorite SEC coaches. This year, for the first time ever, you're number one, Coach. Favorite SEC coach. You're number one. Here he is,
Yes.
Coach. Yes. Coach
Yes.
Eli Drinkwitz, you're number one. Congratulations. How do you feel about that award?
Actually, that's one of the highlights of my career so far. I mean, to be on the Bobby Bones #1 ranking,
Yes.
I think it's probably because we're both from the state of Arkansas, but it means a lot to me for sure.
And then at 5 Ave Silverfield, I don't know him. I had to put Arkansas guy on the list. Do you know him at all?
I don't know him really well, but yeah, I like Ryan. I think he's going to do a great job. I've been impressed what kind of offseason he's had, really rallying the troops. I've seen where you've increased your donations by tenfold for NIL. So
Nope. That's
I mean,
that's a sore subject. I'm going to bleep out this number, but Coach, this is a real question, and I mean this seriously. I'm going to bleep out the number, though, so it's not going to hit. Let's say there was someone who gave the program over the last few years. Would you treat them like ignore them in every way possible?
my gosh, I have lunch with somebody about once every 2 weeks. It's done less than that. I mean, I treat those guys. We got a group called Eye of the Tiger. They do and bleep that number out. But
We will.
We do a weekly Zoom call with them. We do a yearly event for them. So
I've been ghosted like a chick that you just found out was crazy or something up there. So it's a weird relationship. I have found that donating makes me care more, but also be irritated, but also appreciate more. That's got to be a weird negotiation with your donors, right? To make them feel loved, even if things aren't going right.
yeah, I mean, honestly, it's created a totally different relationship with your guys just because. Honestly, when I lose, I feel very down. And I feel like I've disappointed them and have a little bit of shame to that. And so then, it's like, how do you reintroduce yourself to that conversation with those guys when, or if the player's not playing very well? We had a situation where we called and, really wanted to get a certain player, and then he didn't perform the way we wanted him to perform. And, all those guys that chipped in the money, how do they feel about it? So it's a unique time and place for sure.
Do you ever have a relationship with a player and the player doesn't, the injury's not out there and the player's battling something, but it's not being shared, and you're seeing him kind of get raked over the coals, and you're like, man, it just isn't fair because people don't know?
Yeah, it actually happened with our quarterback last year. He was battling some injuries, just beat up from the games and wasn't quite playing up to what he had wanted to play, or maybe the fans had expected him to play. And so, he's getting some unfair criticism, but it's a competitive advantage to not put it out there, from the other team knowing what he's battling. So it's just one of those things that if you allow your emotions and mindset to be dictated by social media, you're always going to be in a funk. So, we talk about ignoring the noise. It's harder now than ever, but it's something that you have to find some application for somehow.
Do you guys have a therapist that talks to the kids, maybe not even about performance, but even things like social media?
Yeah, we do. We constantly are going through mental performance coaches, people coming in here, visiting with our guys about mental health. But we do have a mental performance coach who's actually a professional golfer, professional golf mental performance coach too, and he spends time with us, and he does a really good job of trying to communicate to our guys about really more. Mental preparation, mental reps, but also that downside of allowing other people to speak into your mindset.
And it's really not a one size fits all, right? Because everybody takes success and failure differently. And so you have to treat every player different, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's the challenge too, right? Like I'll get up in front of our team and I'll deliver what I consider a bang out message and I think I've got everybody. And you go out 2 days later and it's totally, five guys completely didn't listen or not paying attention. So yeah, everybody's different. Everybody mental health's different. Some people, you look at Baker Mayfield, he loves talking trash. That's what gets him going. He likes that back and forth to figure it out. There's other players that once they start talking trash, they lose their focus and emotional control. So everybody's wired a little bit different. You got to try to figure it out. Luther Burden was one that when he was talking trash, just get him the ball. If somebody else talked trash to him, just get him the ball because he was fixing to do something electric. But I've got other guys that, they just can't quite handle that same conversation.
Were you able to keep up with Luther his rookie year last year at all?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, in fact, I keep up with Luther. He just got engaged to his longtime girlfriend, Kendall. He's had a heck of an off season. Yeah, we stay in touch. We're pretty close. In fact, Coach Johnson had sent me multiple texts throughout the year, just really proud of the growth that he had shown and the development that he's had as a player.
What is your philosophy on recruiting freshmen?
Oof. I think we're still a developmental program, and the quickest way to retain NFL players is to recruit them, but also understand, at programs like the University of Missouri, you're probably not going to go sign a top 5 class, so you got to be able to what we call rusty trucks. You want to go get some rusty truck type players who are developmental players, play for the love of the game, play for the love of the Oval Tiger, just want to be a Missouri Tiger and grow and develop into a player, and then save some money for the transfer portal and figure out if you can get somebody who maybe doesn't have all the size and skill that the NFL was looking for, but develops that while they were, at a different school, and try to get those guys. So, man, it's a tough combination right now. You look at the 5 stars right now and the price that you have to pay to get them. Variable with that if they do or don't play earlier in the career. We've done some 4 and 5 star studies of our own program, and if those guys don't play in the first year, that's our highest risk for transfer. So it's a real balancing act right now, trying to figure that out. And there's no real formula. We're now starting to get into some data points that you can detect trends and make decisions based off that.
From where I sit, just watching a bunch of games, I would just not want to recruit many freshmen because just that, you're going to pay a lot of money for a 4 or 5-star kid. And again, if they don't get whatever playing time based on hype they feel they deserve or their parents deserve, they're going to leave. So you basically just wasted a bunch of money, invested an unsuccessful investment to a bunch of money for a kid that's going to go somewhere else.
Yeah, I mean that's the risk you run. But the inverse of that is also true. If you get a 4 or 5 star and they do contribute and you're able to retain them, then you're getting a guy who's going to be a potential all SEC, all American NFL player. So I think you have to figure out that balancing act. For us, Luther Burden was a risk worth taking. Brett Norfleet's been a guy that has been able to play really at a high level. Donovan Olubade is a guy who was highly recruited. Marquise Graciel is a guy that was highly recruited. So we've had those success stories of putting in the money, putting in the effort, getting those guys, and then developing. We've also, we've missed. We signed the number one defensive end in the country, who was a 5-star from the state. And he left after the first semester. So, there's both sides of it. But if I do know this, trying to sign a player out of the portal that has 5-star ability and capabilities, you're going to break the bank doing that too. So you got to figure out which one you can do and afford.
Watching you guys last year, Ahmad Hardy was amazing. And so, but he can only do what he can do if everybody else does what they can do. And so it's a kind of precarious situation, because if you don't have the line and you don't have the quarterback, like, he's not really able to flourish. Like, do you expect the same kind of numbers from him? Do you have the people that can make sure he's able to run?
Yeah, I feel very good about our offensive line. In fact, I think we've greatly improved our offensive line, and it's hard to say when you lost a 3rd-round draft pick and a 4-year starter at center. But I do think that Dom Judice, who started at us for left guard last year, moves into center. I think he's very capable. He's a great player, strong leader. We retained Caden Green, who's a premier left tackle in the country. Our right tackle and left guard played for a significant time last year, and then went out and got a couple of transfers who will compete for the right tackle spot. So I think that combination with 2 returning starters at tight end with Brett Norfleet and Jordan Harris, Jordan from Pine Bluff, Arkansas, I think Ahmad's going to have every opportunity to do what he did last year. Now, he did have 2 300-yard games. That's a pretty remarkable thing to accomplish. I'm not sure he'll get 2 of those again, but he's going to have every bit of capability to do that. I do anticipate the biggest challenge for us is to improve at the quarterback position with not only fewer takeaways, but increase the explosive plays. We haven't been able to be as explosive as we need to be down the field. And so bringing in Austin Simmons, that's going to be a huge part of whether or not Ahmad can be what he was last year.
So Simmons, in your mind, he's the guy to start?
Yeah. Austin will be our starter. He had a really good spring. He's very capable. He's got as much arm talent as anybody I've ever been around. And now it's just about getting comfortable. One of the mistakes I made last year was dragging out that quarterback competition and not really allowing our team to get comfortable with the leadership in place. And I think, when you have guys who've been in the program multiple years and you have a quarterback competition, I think it's a known quantity who those guys are and what their leadership is. When you're trying to do that out of the transfer portal, I think you're putting those guys in the transfer portal in a really bad spot. And I didn't do the best that I could for Bo last year in giving him an opportunity to lead the team.
We just had a daughter 4 months ago, first kid for me. And so we had a little girl. I know you have 4. You have 4 girls, right?
I do.
Okay. What's up? What do I do?
What is this, the first child?
Yeah.
Oh man, you're in great shape. They're awesome. For the first 10 or 12 months, honestly, all you can do is change diapers and help your wife out. You're not going to get a whole lot of interaction. But once they start smiling, it's over. Once they start smiling, once they can start gibbering and feel like they're communicating to you, you got the world by the tail. Honestly, it's awesome. Now, I will tell you this: you might want to put a little bit less money into NIL and a little bit more money, not really into weddings. I was really concerned about weddings, but my oldest daughter's 16 now, and she's thinking about college. And man, like these dorm rooms, those are exorbitant costs right now. Like you can hire somebody to decorate a dorm room for you, and like going to school, sororities, it makes a wedding look like a walk in the park.
Do they get free tuition though if they go to Missouri?
I mean, no, what they paid me, then they ain't giving me free tuition. Are you kidding me?
I thought if you worked at the school, you got free tuition.
we get a little bit of a discount, I'm sure, but that's going to be the toughest recruiting battle I've ever had, is trying to figure out if I can keep my 16-year-old at the University of Missouri. She actually went and toured the University of Arkansas last spring, and she's got a couple other schools on her mind that she wants to look at. So we got a real battle on our hands. That's an interesting deal. I told them that I would only pay for the school that I coach at or Arkansas Tech University. Other than that, they have to get scholarships. Now, my wife hasn't agreed to that same deal, but that's what I'm going with right now.
Hey, Russellville's blown up. I don't know if you've been back in a minute, but they got like super Walmart now. It's got everything.
I mean, it blew up and the Whataburger went under.
I know that it's gone. Crazy that it had
crazy.
the one Whataburger forever in the state of Arkansas. It was legendary to get. That's where it was.
Legendary.
How does Whataburger go under anywhere?
I don't know. I mean, I honestly thought about buying it and trying to keep it rolling, but I didn't think that would be a good idea in Russellville if they knew I was the owner. Too many Razorback fans.
You act like they just give you a Bed Bath & Beyond 10% off coupon to get your daughters in school there. I thought it was like the deal was a little better, like to get your kid, like wherever you worked.
Bed Bath & Beyond. I thought it was like Kohl's bucks, man. They match, you get a Kohl's dollars or something.
Do you kind of want your kids, though, to go somewhere farther, though, so they can have an experience that's their own?
I think that's the biggest battle, right? Is I want them to experience life outside of the shadow of their dad being the head football coach, but you're starting to probably feel it now. I mean, part of the reason I live and breathe is my kids, and it's hard for me to come to grips with the fact that they won't be wouldn't be a mile or two from me, so that's the real challenge. I think one of the books I read this past spring was The 5 Types of Wealth. And one of the challenges they bring to you is that, from 0 to 18 is the most time you're ever going to spend with your children. And that's the hardest times of your life that you work. And you think that you're saving up all this money so that when you retire, you'll spend time with your family and make it up to them. And that's just not really the case. So that kind of hit me in the face because I spent so much of my time not really being there for my girls. And now I've really tried to be totally different. Like last Friday night, I took my girls out fishing. We went catfishing at night. I mean, just trying to make up as much time as I can. So I can't imagine in 2 years her being, halfway across the country.
Well, at least if she goes to Arkansas, that'll just be a little drive down the road.
Yeah, I ain't driving anywhere.
Yeah. Hey, just one more football thing. I was looking at your schedule. Everybody's schedule in the SEC is hard, no doubt about it. Your schedule kind of sucks, Coach. That's all. You guys got a doozy.
Yeah, I mean, I think I've looked through just about every SEC schedule. They're all difficult. It's so it is what it is. I mean, I think we were ranked as the hardest schedule in the SEC. From the 9-game schedule. I think we played basically 5 playoff teams. Which is good. I think the best friend of any quarterback is a good defense and run game, which traditionally we've been able to do. I think our quarterback's got plenty of arm talent, which is going to mean it's going to come down to 1-possession games and 2-minute drives. So, we'll be right there. Have to catch a few breaks and see how it goes.
One of my good friends coaches Kansas. What do you feel about Lance? Do you have any comment on him?
Man, I like Lance. I got a tremendous amount of respect for Lance. I think he's done a really good job there. That's going to be a challenging game on the Friday, I think September 11th. But he's done a really good job.
Do you ever go to places, this has been my last question, like other stadiums and go, dang, this is awesome. Like I need to make a call so we can get whatever this thing is, like technology they have.
Yeah, I mean, I've done that quite a bit. When we played in Columbia, South Carolina, I think in 2024, and they had their light show to start the fourth quarter. I called Shane and said, "Hey, what do y'all got there?" And then brought it back to our administration. So, absolutely, I think in this league, man, like everybody's trying to be on the cutting edge, and if you're not willing to figure out what everybody else is doing to try to make it, special. We kind of did that at the University of Arkansas. I mean, they closed in their north end zone, redid the Broyles Center. And so that's what kind of gave us the idea of, hey, we really need to put in the new North End Zone complex for us, which will be open this year. So we're always trying to improve our condition.
Coach, always good to talk to you. I feel like we do it about once a year. I do root for you guys, and so and I do watch more Missouri games than I should because I like you, and that's all that matters. Just relationships. It's the relationships we got along the way. Isn't that right, Coach?
Absolutely, man. That's what it's all about, and I look forward to seeing you. Are you going to be at our game? I think it's on October 31st at Arkansas. I mean, I'll give you a sideline pass if you want to be on.
I might stand on your.
sideline.
I honestly might stand on your sideline with my relationship right now with the athletic director up there at Arkansas. I might put on all black and gold for that one game and just do DX suck it the whole time.
Well, I don't know about the suck it.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
Look, you're more than
fair enough.
You're more than welcome to get a sideline pass from us, and I won't even require you to donate to our NIL. I'll just do it out of the principle of a great relationship and friendship.
You do it out of the principle of trolling Arkansas. You ain't fooling me, Coach. Hey,
okay,
yeah,
maybe, but there you go,
Coach. Good to see you. Good luck, and yeah,
awesome.
I'll be watching. Thanks, Coach.
And Dad has left the building.
Oh yeah.
It's just us, boys. I was looking at this. Did you see that the Chiefs are getting a new stadium?
I did.
There's like renderings of a new $3 billion domed stadium for the Kansas City Chiefs, which is crazy to me that they're actually thinking about getting a dome.
Yeah, I don't think most fans are happy about that. Chiefs fans.
Why?
Because they love their Arrow. Well, is it even called Arrowhead anymore? I think it's something named and then Arrow. Gehoff. GEHA. Anyways,
wait, you can't call it Arrowhead anymore because of that? I thought it's like that name stays, but then sponsors change.
Probably that's beside.
We'll
call it Arrowhead.
Go ahead.
For this argument, we'll call it Arrowhead because they love the atmosphere. I mean, everyone knows the Chiefs Stadium as like the loudest stadium in the NFL, other than maybe the Seahawks. And I think being outdoors in the cold, Kansas City in January playoff time, they live for that. So now it's going to be like this climate-controlled stadium?
See, look, this is what they said. So this is Clark Hunt talking about it, saying that the intention of the dome is to amplify crowd noise by keeping it contained. It is going to be a glass ceiling, but that noise that they're known for is the whole strategy is to contain that noise, which is, I think, is what's that number that they always talk about?
The decibel?
The decibel.
One something.
I don't
right?
know. I had a number. I had a neighbor that like had it. She had it written in her house.
I thought she had it tattooed.
No. It was like there was like a neon Chiefs sign in her window, and underneath it was like whatever number.
142.2.
142.2 decibels. They're proud of that. So I guess the idea is to contain that. And honestly, if all that sound is contained, that'd be way louder.
I don't believe that.
That's not what it's about.
Right?
They want to host a Super Bowl.
Exactly.
You need a dome. You gotta have a dome to host a Super Bowl. They want events to come there and it not be affected by the weather. They don't care about the atmosphere.
You're saying I got?
Yeah. It's all about business. Look at the one they're building here right down the street.
Dude,
they're building it so they can have concerts here.
It looks beautiful.
So we could get WrestleMania here. It's not about the environment. It's a business thing. It's just like restaurants. You ever go to a McDonald's now? They all look the exact same.
Yeah.
So they can flip the building. You go to a Pizza Hut, it doesn't look like that old Pizza Hut building anymore.
Yeah.
They create it so if they need to sell it down the line, they all have to look the same. Same things with all these stadiums now. They all just have to kind of have this uniform look. They don't care about atmosphere. They care about what they can host in that building.
Dang, Mike, you kind of killed it for me, dude.
I know, let him down. He's all sad now.
You're telling me about Santa Claus, dude. Gosh. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I guess you're right. I mean, it is all business, but it's just crazy, though, because some of these stadiums are known to be the outdoor stadium. I mean, you know, the Arrowhead forever has been like, oh, man, it's freaking cold in Arrowhead. There's going to be snow. Like, you know, are they going to dome everything now?
Packers. There's a few that are like, even the Bills, they're going to be in that dome now.
The Bills, yep.
That's going to be weird. It'll take some time, people to get used to it like everything else, but it's just going to be weird.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, anyway, so they're building $3 billion too. That's crazy.
You think they ever come out looking that good, though? Because the renderings look cool. But I feel like once they actually build them, they don't look as cool as they're hyping them up to be.
You're right. The renderings always look cool. There are people walking around enjoying beers and everything.
Everybody's happy. They're like, oh, this is going to be the best thing ever. And you get there like, that's all right.
I just thought of something that I saw yesterday I had never seen before. And call me a bad sports fan if you knew about this and I didn't. I was watching the Cubs last night, and they were doing a cup snake. You ever seen this?
Yeah, in the outfield?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never seen this before.
Wait, like at a Cubs game or ever?
It was at a Cubs
I'm
game.
saying, have you never seen it ever?
Ever. I've never
What?
I've never seen a cup snake before. Have you, Mike?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, so it's like everybody gets their beer cups. I'm talking everyone, and they try to make a snake out of them.
Okay.
And this thing was covering the whole section. It must have been thousands and thousands of cups, and it was kind of falling apart. So it takes everyone in the stadium to kind of, piece everything together.
Yeah.
Dude, it was the coolest thing I'd ever seen.
Yeah, and it's got that shape of a snake where it's like
Yeah.
a big old S and it just curves and curves. And then it finally, I think, will break off and everyone, oh, no.
Yeah. And you think about it, and it's a lot of cups because every cup takes this much.
Yeah.
Like an inch, and then it's just like cup after cup after cup. Pretty impressive.
See, I think about a lot of beer.
I think about how expensive that is.
That-
It's like
Yeah.
$14 a beer.
Because beers ain't cheap. What's your favorite stadium that you've been to?
Can we we have to take bias out of this, I assume? Or no?
I mean, not necessarily. It's
Okay.
your favorite of all time.
Okay, Fenway Park. I mean, it's my favorite place ever.
Better than Gillette?
Oh, God, yeah. Better.
Why? What's wrong with Gillette?
It's just like a normal football stadium. There's nothing like crazy to it. I haven't been there since they had that huge TV at Gillette a couple years ago or last year whenever they did install that. But there's just something about Fenway where it's that, it sounds cliche, but you walk in, you feel that like old history in the ballpark. The seats are all tiny. The stadium's small. Like you feel like you're on top of the players.
The Green Monster.
The green monster that you've seen growing up. So it's just like this fantasy land for me. I mean, I've been to Europe multiple times. It's still, till this day, Fenway Park, my favorite place I've ever been to and my favorite place to visit.
Over Europe.
Yeah. I've been to the Coliseum. Guess what? Fenway Park over the Coliseum.
The Coliseum. You know what did it for me was the what's the sign? Sitco?
Yeah.
For me, that when I saw the sign for the first time, I'm like, that's legit.
Yeah.
Because I've always seen it on TV.
And remember the old school, they had Coca-Cola,
Yeah,
Coca-Cola bottles?
Yes,
Yeah, that
yes.
was cool.
I think for me, it's probably, I mean, I love Cowboy Stadium, obviously, but I think of all time, going into Wrigley is special.
Yeah.
Almost the same way you describe, like, it's like going back in time. Dude, Wrigley is like, you expect to see Al Capone there. It's almost like they've done such a great job at keeping it looking old.
Yes.
Like, because it looks like it's going to fall apart at any minute, but I'm sure they've inspected it multiple times to where it's not. It's safe.
I remember I went there a year and a half, 2 years ago. I thought it was overrated, man.
What do you mean?
Like I was waiting for that like nostalgic feeling that you're talking about, that we're talking about with Fenway too. Just never got it.
Maybe it's just too much hype for you.
Maybe. And
Like-
maybe I tried to put it up with Fenway, and then me being a Red Sox fan, that's just unfair. Maybe. I don't know. It was cool, but it just felt like kind of like another stadium to me.
And then you see the ivy on the wall. Like,
Yeah.
I love all that. And then the numbers that they manually change, which I think Fenway has too,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. That is cool. I agree.
That's freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Mike, I feel like you're a ballpark guy now, because like every time
Total ballpark guy now.
every time you go on vacation, you're like, I'm gonna go see a baseball game in this city.
That is my wife and I's thing. Our bucket list thing is to go to every ballpark. And we're like 6 in, so we're still early on in it, but we want to go see a game at every single ballpark.
What are your 6?
We've been to a Diamondbacks game. I love that stadium because it's right in the middle of the desert, but it's like super hot, but then you get in there and it's nice and cool.
Yeah, that's weird.
I've been to a Reds game, Braves, Yankees, Mets, White Sox, so I haven't been to Wrigley.
And
then
the Reds is the Great American Ballpark. Is that what
Yes.
they call it? What was that like?
pretty generic.
Oh,
Really?
Kind of oldish, kind of just like there's not a whole lot of characteristics that stick out about that park.
I haven't been to that one. I'm
No, neither have I.
trying to think of the ones. You haven't been to the new Rangers one?
I haven't been to the New Rangers one. No, I went to the old one. That's the first ever sporting event I went to as a kid.
That
Dude,
old one is so cool.
I love that one.
The old
Yeah.
one was awesome, and I've been to the new one, and I feel like the older one is better. Like, why build a newer one when? And the thing that's crazy, it's literally right across the street.
Yeah, it's still there. They have concerts there all the time.
Aren't they gonna build a hotel out of that? I heard, or something, or that just all talk probably. The old one, that is.
Turn it into something, yeah.
Yeah. That new one is. I went there the first year it was open. Super nice. though.
Where did we go, Mike? What's that place called with the big TVs next to it? Live?
Oh,
Oh.
yeah, Texas Live.
Have you been?
Yeah.
Dude, that place is awesome.
That's the best place to watch a game.
Yes, we went, Kevin, remember?
Yeah,
You
that
feel
place
like you're there.
Yeah.
Remember in the Cowboys games they walked through with the drums? Remember the drum line? Was that with you?
No,
I've been
that-
twice. Maybe
that
it was
was not
another
with
one.
me.
Oh, the Cowboys are playing that night, and the Cowboys drum line walks through Texas Live, and they go to the stadium.
Wait, we went to the game, though. Why would I not remember that?
Well, we went to the actual game, so maybe it was the time I didn't go to the game, but they were playing.
Oh, I don't know. Because we did go to Dallas
Yeah, you're
together
right.
to go to the
Yeah,
Dallas
all
Cowboys
three
game.
of us went.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember that, Mike?
Yeah, we went there.
We were there
No,
early,
do you remember
though.
his story, though,
No,
about
I
the
don't
drum
remember
line?
that. I remember people partying.
What are you talking about?
It was another time. Was that? Wait, are we talking about Dallas?
Did you dream that?
Maybe. Maybe.
What's going on with your leg?
Dude, I got to update. So, first of all, dude, our health system, and this is going to be too long of a
Your
rant.
health system?
Our health system
Oh, here
is
we
just
go.
crazy,
There you
man.
go. Play some music, Mike.
I hate it. That's all I'm going to say. Okay, just to get an MRI, it took a week. I had to call like 50 different people. But anyways, I got the MRI, and the doctor just messaged me about an hour before we came on here with the results. And he said,
This is a live reading of the results?
No, you haven't read it yet?
Oh, boy.
no, I read
We
it.
got to take the leg.
Yeah, I read it. Yeah. We got to
They
amputate.
said amputate.
He said it looks like I have a medial meniscus bucket handle type of tear, which can certainly cause a lot of pain and lock up your knee. I'm going to have to get orthopedic or arthroscopic surgery like we talked about last week,
Yeah.
which is the best case scenario in terms of it's quick, easy, you're walking on it the same day, and they don't have to do any like invasive surgery or anything. And so I got to call this number today, which I'll do and make an appointment to get the surgery and hopefully move on, man. So it feels
Okay.
so much better than it did a week ago.
That's kind of half and half, good news, bad news, because I didn't know it was a tear. So they confirmed that it is a tear.
Yeah, they said it's a meniscus bucket handle tear, but no ACL damage, which is
Bro.
great.
That's good.
Yeah, that's really good.
And so the surgery is going to be like at the doctor's office? You don't have to go into a hospital or anything?
yeah, a little doctor, I guess they just scope it out real quick and get in there, and I don't know, they're like, it's 45 minutes, and he's excellent, blah, blah, blah. You're walking on it the same day.
Dude, when they do things at doctor's offices, that kind of freaks me out a little bit.
Inside, like, not the hospital?
Yeah, like I had something done with my nose like a long time ago. It was like a rotor-rooter through my nose because I could only breathe through one nostril. So, random. But then they were like, all right, it's going to be just come to the doctor's office. We'll do it there, whatever. And then some weird dude comes in and that's the anesthesiologist. I'm like, what? Yeah, they knocked me out and everything. And I'm just in some dude's office. It's a weird feeling.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
But I'm sure yours is going to be fine. You're gonna
Yeah,
be good, dude.
thanks.
You're
thanks.
gonna be
I don't
good.
have to get knocked out. I don't think. Actually, I don't know. No, I don't think so. 45 minutes?
You'd have to get knocked out.
Well, what if they just, like, numb you?
They're going to cut your knee open. They have to knock you out. Or else, like, you'd look at it, right, Mike? Like, you'd be like,
I don't think they're going to knock him out for this. They
You don't
said
think?
could leave same day, right?
Yeah, the bucket handle. Remember,
dude, I think if they're going to cut into you, they have to knock you out.
but it's like, I think the difference between, we are talking about
Oh,
surgery.
just three doctors talking about.
Arthroscopic surgery is like, it's non-invasive. Maybe I'm just being optimistic here. Let's see.
I mean, they might knock you out if you want to.
Like, you asked to be knocked out.
Oh, yeah,
Hey,
they do
Doc.
put you under usually.
You knock me out and just do things to me. Don't tell me what it is.
Just stay in your room. So we'll see. I'll schedule that.
Good for you, dude.
But I'm going to Canada, so hopefully I don't make it.
Oh, you're
make it any
flying to
worse.
Canada.
Yeah, flying to Canada, and hopefully I don't make it any worse out there.
I heard you talking to Mike, talking about you're going to Banff.
Yeah, we're gonna do that for a couple days. Going to a wedding. My wife's best friend's getting married this weekend, and then we're like, might as well while we're out there stay a couple extra days and go see Banff, which would be cool. I've heard nothing but great
You're
things
going
about
to
it.
Alberta?
Alberta.
That's where you're going?
Yeah.
Hey, Mike, you're jealous or what?
Yeah, I've seen Banff online, and we were going to go last year, but it's kind of a hard trip to get there, but it looks beautiful. Like,
Is that the one that has like the clear blue waters in the mountains?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dang. I've seen those.
Yeah. So I'll send you pictures.
But you know what I've seen? I've seen the TikTok videos where they say like just 20 minutes out of Nashville, and it's really Banff.
Oh, really?
You seen those?
No. But Ray just sent me a video that somebody, a couple walking on a trail was getting attacked by a bear in
Oh.
Banff. So that's great.
You know what to do, right? If you see a bear?
Scare them off?
No. Wait, what do you do, Mike?
if it's brown, lie down. If it's black, stand back.
What the?
If it's
sure?
brown, you lie down like you're dead. Oh, it's black, you fight back. There you go.
Mike,
Oh, I ain't fighting no bear.
Mike, are you sure,
Yeah,
dude?
if it anything that rhymes is true.
Mike, I don't like that one, dude.
Yeah, brown, lie
If it's-
down. You're good. Black, you fight back. You make yourself big.
If it's white, look at the light.
Kevin's at a disadvantage though, because if you have to run from it, you don't want to be the slowest.
I know. That's
They're
the
gonna
tough
go after
part.
Kevin.
No trails for me.
I've never heard that before.
That's funny.
I'm not going to use that one, Mike.
No, I'm not fighting no bear, dude.
No. All right, we're done. That was fun. Anything else, guys? What do you-
Football about to be here, man.
Oh, I know. My wife
Camp's
told
starting.
My wife goes, football, like it's almost coming. Like I know. And I told her like, I'm excited. She's like, why are you excited? The Cowboys are not going to be good, and you do this every single year. And I'm like, you don't know that. You have no idea. Our offense is the same offense. Same dudes are coming back. Pickens, Lamb, Dak, Williams. It's gonna be great.
And I feel like the Cowboys usually do better when they don't have huge expectations.
Oh, so I shouldn't say that.
No, I'm saying like nationally. I mean, the Cowboys are
Oh,
always
yeah,
talked
yeah,
about,
yeah,
but like
yeah.
when they're not coming in, like, oh, they're going to win it. But that division's wide open.
I know, dude. I'm excited. All right. Mike, you good?
I mean, I just feel like it's our year. Like I really do. Feel like it's time.
Here we go.
There it is.
Mike,
my
shut
bones,
up.
Like I just feel like it's our year.
All right. Thank you guys so much. 25 whistles, and I'm going to blow it. See you guys.